Hi there, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to look at some spring deck pairings. I wanted to put together some combinations that I either haven't tried together or I've hardly spent any time with. But yeah, let's just look at some fun, funky, fresh pairings and see how that goes. Hopefully this can inspire you to put these decks together if you have them, or maybe it'll make you think of other pairings. But let's just get right into it and start looking at decks. So first up, I have the Spacious Tarot and the Pure Magic Oracle. And I do have the expansion for the Spacious Tarot as well. These two are both very colorful. I forgot that I edged this one in purple to match the backs. That looks so good. I didn't put a ton of thought into why these should go together, other than, again, they are colorful. And the magic in the Pure Magic Oracle reads very earthy to me. And so I thought that would go well with the Spacious Tarot that is like so focused on the natural world. Let's just look at a couple of pairings. These are really pretty already. So as you can see, I just feel like the color palettes really match and the vibes are similar in a way that's hard to describe. Again, I find that the Pure Magic Oracle is really grounded and rooted in the physical. There's a certain like balance of whimsy and seriousness that I like as well. So yeah, I think these will be a really fun combo. Honestly, the Spacious Tarot does show pictures from all aspects of the year, especially if you have the expansion. A lot of those images are like the different signs and elements and such, but something about it feels very spring-like. I think I got it in the spring originally, so that might be part of the association, and it was part of the expansion of my tarot and oracle practice, so that might be part of the reasoning. But yeah, I like how this is looking. If you have these decks, this one is, you know, very accessible and priced well because it's mass market. This one is indie. But should I edge this as well? Like, I feel like the light edges work with the like light speckles on the back, but I could do it like a similar blue or like a pink or orange color. I'm not sure. I feel like that could look nice, but I'm happy with this edging in the meantime. I don't think I've ever edged an indie deck because I'm like too scared. I feel like with mass market decks, it's like, okay, if something went catastrophically wrong, then I could just get another one, but with indie decks, I'm like afraid. But yeah, that is the Spacious Tarot and the Pure Magic Oracle. So this next pair, I feel like I have a stronger justification for. It's the Pink Pain Tarot and the Iris Oracle. And both of these have a certain angst to them. And they have very springy color palettes. So I thought it might be nice. Let's give it a try. And I did receive this edged, which I love. It was secondhand. This has 78 oracle cards, which is wild. So that's why it's literally thicker than this tarot deck. Let's take a look. So it is rather inverted in that, you know, this has a lot of white and this has a lot of black, but they're both pretty colorful in their way. And yeah, they both, the Pink Pain Tarot is a bit more like disturbing, obviously, and kind of scary, but the Iris Oracle also deals with pretty heavy themes. Like, if you spend time with it, it's pretty apparent. It's very unique and wacky, and just has a lot of really deep feelings if you spend that time with it. And I feel like everything's this way, but like Smother, there's a friend card in this deck, but even though there's this high contrast with the white and the black, I do feel that they give me similar vibes. I'm surprised I haven't really paired them together very much before, if at all. Look at that, alchemy with death and the magician. It's pretty great. So yeah, I'm gonna try these together. I think there's room for a lot of really deep messages, so I'm happy with this idea. A lot of these, I'm just like, my comment is that I'm surprised I didn't think of it sooner. I'll have to report back sometime on how they all turn out. So the next two are kind of cheating, so it's actually a runic oracle and an oracle, but I wanted to, in honor of Threads of Fate closing forever, which is such a plot twist that I never saw coming, I wanted to show some of their decks because I have a lot of their decks, which I'm glad I got them when I did, considering the circumstances. But with these, I'm almost embarrassed to say I've kept them in order with the intention to study them, and then like haven't flipped through them that many times. Like, I need to make a dedicated notebook for them and like actually use them. It's just like one of those things where they're just so amazing that I don't even know how to how to start using them because they're so cool. But I really want to because, like, hello, they're right there and they're so great. But I just wanted to show, because these came out in the same set, like at the same time, they are designed to look good together. And because they're about, like, I mean, this is the Odyssey Oracle, it's about a journey, and learning runes is going to be a new process for me. It just feels right for spring, even though the colors are maybe like less pastel than you'd expect. But I just think they look amazing. So yeah, these I think are considered to be out of print, but I'm sure they are findable if they're really calling to you. But yeah, if you have any striking ones like this that aren't immediately so springy in their color palette, but you're feeling very called to use for whatever reason, or go on a new journey with them, I highly recommend going for it, because why not? And best to follow the call, answer the call, as it were. But yeah, that is the Sunstone Runic Oracle and the Odyssey Oracle. So again, cheating a little bit, but what can you do? It's not a normal oracle if it's runic, I think. It comes with a little decoding card as well, which is really cool. So yeah, all the tools are there. I just need to put the time into learning runes. That is on me. So next up is a pretty obvious pairing. I have the Herb Crafter's Tarot and the Seed and Sickle Oracle. Very predictable, I'm sure, but I don't think I've really like paired these together that much, actually. And the Herb Crafters is so spring, like it's gonna be my deck for Taurus season unless something changes. But yeah, these two being so plant and botanical heavy, I thought would make a good pairing. Let's see how they look. The color palette for the seed and sickle is more muted, but I just thought, like, how can you really go wrong with such brilliant visuals? This is just getting me so excited for warm weather and everything growing again. Nine of Water is so pretty. Even the backs look awesome together. So pretty. So I feel like there's synergy there, and like, what's one more additional thing growing in the garden of your life at any given moment? It's really quite mesmerizing, honestly. I could go all day with this, but I will stop here. Okay, maybe one more. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, these two are a combination that I'm excited to spend some time with and work on my botany knowledge and such. So yeah, that's the Herb Crafters Tarot and Seed and Sickle Oracle. So this next set might seem pretty random, and it might just be because they both have blue boxes, I don't know. But I wanted to try the Pastel Journey Oracle, the Pastel Journey Tarot, and the Little Frogs Oracle deck. The Pastel Journey just feels like spring to me. Again, it's the pastels. And then the Frog Guide to Self-Care is kind of more just because I'm like obsessed with this deck right now. Let me pull back the card I had displayed, actually. But they're both very cutesy and have a lot of pastel colors. And I don't know, it might be kind of like, perhaps it would be better suited with a deck that doesn't already have such strong characters, since the frog is such a big character. But I don't know. I like it. It kind of adds a more literal sense to the messages, and I don't know, I feel like they would be friends. I feel like the characters would get along and be delighted by this frog. And a lot of it is about like treating yourself like a friend and treating your friends well, and I don't know, this one could maybe get shuffled around, but I just thought they're both so cute. They're just so adorable. Let me know what you think. Maybe this is like really unhinged. I like it, so I guess that's what matters. I don't know, maybe I'll give it a go and it won't actually work that well. I'm not sure. This is literally just announcing my intention and like an excuse to look at these together and see. But yeah, that is the Pastel Journey and the Little Frog's Guide to Self-Care. Next, I have the Tarot of the Divine and the Divine Feather Messenger Oracle. So was part of this because they both have divine in the name a little bit, but I also thought that they would go well together because these are like stories and these are like messages, and they both have a lot of white space, and I don't know, the feathers part, very airy. This is the deck I picked as my Gemini deck in my Decks as Astrological Signs video. And I love how my least favorite card is here. And I think that these look really good already, honestly. It's like the inspirational message on each of these cards is adding dialogue to the stories. I That's kind of how I'm seeing it. Yeah, I really like this so far. Because these, like, you can go off intuition with this deck, but like there are such stories that you're supposed to know or supposed to remember, because it has a companion book with all the stories. And then of course it just has like a simple guidebook with the meanings, but it's just a lot to remember. So if, say, you just want to go off of the regular meanings of the card, at least these can provide a little bit of a story. I don't know, I really need to reread that book and refresh myself. I vaguely remember them, but it would be good to be fresh again. But yeah, love this one. Really like the look of this. I can see why I haven't put them together because it's not exactly the most obvious pairing, but yeah, they both have divine in the name for a reason, I suppose. So that's the Tarot of the Divine and the Divine Feather Messenger. Next, I have a trio of decks. So I have the Lillifer Tarot with the Cosmos Oracle deck and the Inner Child Oracle deck. And these are very naturey and springy oracle decks. They felt really right. Spring into summer for the Cosmos, but I mean, any time is a good time to work with your inner child, I suppose. But I thought that these would pair well with the Lillifer aesthetically, and also from like a whimsical perspective. I still have this one in order, but I can never get over these backs. So amazing. But this is in order for now, for study purposes. But these are striking, very interesting. I think they're just very like rainbow decks, which looks good together. And with the Lillifer deck being on the more cryptic side, it just makes a reading like this feel more accessible to pull off. Like, you don't need as much mental energy to sit with it and work through it because you have these easier to interpret oracles guiding you. I'm liking this for sure. I don't know, I think the rainbowness just really works. I think I considered the Lillifer as an Aries deck at first, because it does have a lot of that like fiery energy, whereas I would say these are both more balanced element wise. But yeah, I think this is really compelling, and I'm looking forward to working with these and seeing how they deepen my understanding of the Lillifer, because I'm still getting to know this deck, but it really is time to dive in. So yeah, if you have any rainbow decks like this, I would suggest giving them a try if you're curious, if you haven't already paired them together. Perhaps this was really obvious and I should have thought of it sooner, but yeah, try out your rainbow decks for spring. Maybe I should make a video with those. Let me know down below. Yeah, that's the Cosmos Oracle, the Lillifer Tarot, and the Inner Child Oracle. So next I have another trio. I know, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to try all of these together because the Gentle Tarot is a very earthy deck and has a lot of animals, and so I thought the Animal Spirit Oracle would go well with it. I'm surprised I haven't tried that sooner. The Enchanted Map is a little more random. I think it's really just because I need to get the Wildwood Tarot, and I know that those would pair so well together. But I wanted to just try it because the Gentle Tarot definitely feels like a journey, and so this can almost depict additional stops on that journey. So let's just take a look at how this looks. You know, especially for the sword suit, the borders match pretty well, but yeah, these are all just so vivid and so pretty. And they really like set up a scene almost, like adding another animal character and then like giving a setting in addition to the animal in the setting here. It just really fleshes things out, like a magic stream with this bear chilling in it and a koi fish. Like there's definitely some good synergy there. I feel it. So yeah, this one is like very much about the journey, and I'm excited. I'm really liking this so far. They all feel like spring to me because spring feels like new life. I mean, you could make an argument for these ideas any time of year, but they just feel extra springy to me right now. So yeah, if you have any nature-y decks and like one of these sort of older, kind of sillier art style decks with, I don't know how else to explain it, maybe try them and see if there's like a surprisingly fun vibe there, because this is kind of cooler than I would have originally expected. Like Sacred Pool with 6 of Cups. I think you could make an argument for like either of these decks, either of these oracles with this deck sort of takes it into its own context, and it might be like too much altogether, but I just thought that they each paired with the tarot well in their own way, so I wanted to look at both of them. But yeah, that's the Spirit Animal Oracle, the Gentle Tarot, and the Enchanted Map Oracle. Next, I have the Majestic Earth Tarot and the Green Glyphs Oracle. And aside from the green and gold vibes, which are really nice, I wanted to try these together because these are so zoomed out, and this oracle deck is so zoomed in. I feel like it could add extra elements to these scenes. So I wanted to try it, and I like the look so far. You know, this yellowish cream paper like already has kind of an aged vibe to it, and these images are obviously really old paintings, so it feels like it fits in that way. Yeah, I like it. Look at the backs together. I know that's not what it's about, but I just think it looks nice. So yeah, if you have any, and like why spring for these, honestly hard to say. I feel like there's always an argument for why a deck is awesome any time of year, but they feel like new growth. Like it feels like a lot of these could be enshrined in a layer of dust that you then blow off of them and start a new story. And so, yeah, I like the look of this. Wow. I love that. These are both indie, and I'm not sure if this is out of print or if you can get it on his website, but I know the Majestic Earth is out of print, so apologies for that. But yeah, if there are decks that like kind of have old imagery, I feel like there's so many like that that I just don't have. Maybe see if you can sort of breathe air into them and look at them in a new way, a springy way. But yeah, that's the Majestic Tarot and the Green Glyphs Oracle. So this next one is almost embarrassing that I haven't spent more time with it sooner, because it's the Empyrean Tarot and the Empyrean Oracle. But yeah, I think I've only put them together like once maybe? I don't know what I've been thinking. Because they literally like exist in the same universe. And they're both lenticular. I do really need to be careful with these lenticular cards, but yeah, just look at these backs first. So shiny and rainbow. But yeah, the Empyrean Tarot is my Aries season deck, and I think I got each of these in the spring as well. I want to say, or maybe late winter, but around that time. And they're so special. Why are they springy? Well, honestly, perhaps it is a bit more of a reach. Again, it is my Aries deck, so it's kind of that earlier winter into spring part of spring, if anything. But I just love how this looks. What have I been doing not putting these together? They're amazing. So yeah, if you have multiple lenticular decks, highly suggest pairing them, because like, what are you doing otherwise? Oh my gosh. Intervention in the Tower. They feel like the same energy, honestly. So cool. Not to mention the Ten of Swords. What a pairing. But yeah. Love these. But yeah, if decks are literally like canonically meant to pair together, then wow, really wild idea, but I would suggest pairing them together sometimes. Who would have thought? But yeah, that's the Empyrean Tarot and Oracle. So last but not least, I have an Oracle and Lenormand trio. So I have the Owls Lenormand, which is still in order because I haven't taken the time to learn it. I've only flipped through it, but I thought it would be interesting to pull out other limited palette decks and see how they go together. Because, I mean, yes, Lenormand is its own thing, but it can be treated like an Oracle deck in its own way. I don't know, I just wanted to see these. So yes, the Owls Lenormand and the Cabinet of Curiosities and the Cerulean Sequence is the blue one, obviously. I don't know, obviously I'm going to study just the Lenormand alone, but I'm not opposed to the idea of using other decks to augment my understanding. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, these just look so good together. So yeah, the idea here is if you have any pastel decks like this, try putting them together because this is so awesome right now, honestly. And if you're not aware, the Cerulean Sequence is not printed in English or any other normal language. It's in an alien language, so if you're confused, I do have a video on it. But yeah, this is so pretty. Like, And oh my gosh, this Lenormand is too beautiful for me to not be putting the time into studying it, honestly. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I keep waiting for, like, the perfect time. Ah! Snake skin. But, and the coffin being a molt is awesome. But, yeah, that is the Owl's Lenormand, the cerulean sequence, and the Cabinet of Curiosities. All of which are indie, by the way. Sorry to say, but they might be obtainable depending. So those were all of my decks for spring. I hope that this inspired you if you have some of these, or if you want to get some of these, or even if you just have similar decks in your collection that you now want to pair together. I hope it was generative for you in that way. But yeah, I'll just have to report back on how this goes. But I'm feeling really inspired and really excited to use these. So thank you so much for being here. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.